Hi. Great, everyone's like cheering. Super fun. Yeah, I also come back from rehearsal now. Um, I decided I had to do some kind of priority in what I am practicing. And as I said in the last two videos, my trance dancing has been getting really bad because of all this thing that is happening up in my head. So I decided to still go for the whole two sound scores, so still keep the time long thing, but to really put the priority in my body, in me, and in the trance dancing. So everything was a bit smaller and maybe slower. Yeah, it's not really a miniature version, but let's say a smaller, a more conscious version. Well, it's a bit less spectacular, but it was very good because it made me realize some things that I think were the things that interrupted me before and really going fully for the trance dance and the memory of the spaces. So what I realize is I need to skip a lot of spaces, and you, Mette, you said now you did another score with less spaces, but actually I feel the fact that there are other spaces, but I choose to ignore them, or I choose one of three spaces that I know are in the same sequence. For example, there is the monument, architectural wonder, and pyramid, and I choose only to be with one of them. So this choice is kind of helpful for me, but it could work without as well. So that's one thing. Yeah, of course, this is clear to all of us, but I'm just gonna say it. The fact that the longer time we have within a space informs more details about it and informs more the body. Yeah, about what Manon says, that my score is more about situations. It's true, completely. And I wanted to try that because that's what I feel I'm doing with the spaces anyway. But I can also understand that if you treat spaces in a completely different way than me, that it doesn't work at all. So I wonder if it doesn't work for you. I can of course change it. I'm not precious about it at all. But like, just to understand how you analyze the spaces. And you speak a lot about this thing with the echo and like how the ambient of a space, let's say, affects the body. And this is something that I also try to include, but it's more difficult for me. I am more in images or like a small story, like when I'm horse riding with Mark, then Mark is really Prince Charming, and I'm very much trying to impress him, but in a very contained way. So that's kind of that's more how it works for me. About the sneezing, there is this thing of the echo, but I don't know if it comes out so well. So each sneeze is in a different kind of space than the others, but I'm not sure this really comes out, and I think it's more the totality of a lot of sneezes together that is becoming the more evident thing. But yeah, I don't know. Today I heard it super loud, and then I could really feel like there is one sneeze that is really like echoing because it wasn't taken in a studio. and there's another sneeze that is in this metro, and there is another sneeze that is just in the bed and like banging my nose in the cushion. So I don't know, but I can also understand if it doesn't make sense. About the music, I actually found myself like really imagining this whole scene as a slow motion scene, so I try to not get carried away with the music, though I'm very tempted to. Sorry, I have to read because I don't remember everything. And then another thing, when I skip spaces that are in Meta's sound score, then of course it becomes much easier to change when the actual music is changing. And what was happening when I was trying to follow all the spaces, was that I realized that I'm actually getting used to the rhythm of each thing. So I wonder if that's a thing that can really be practiced, that like you sense the timing of each thing, even if the changes are not simultaneously with the sound changes. Okay, that's it for now. Yeah, see you later. I have internet at home finally. It's too bad it's so late, but yeah, I'm happy, so I can actually send it now. Amazing. Bye bye.